Hey y'all, it's me. We're back with another new episode. I would say that I missed y'all, but I can't show you how much. But okay, the point is we're back. We have a new episode and we have another really special guest on the show. So this episode is going to be really, really good. But you guys, before we get into the show, right? You have to come on this journey with me into my daily mantra. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready to take this walk? Okay, so everybody get in their meditative state. Guess you can get in your meditative state too. And just If I tell you not to disturb me, that means don't call, text, or leave me a voicemail. It means do not disturb me because I'm not answering your calls because I don't want to be disturbed. Thank you so much, but you keep disturbing me. I feel better. Do you feel better?
A little bit.
We feel the same way. That's why I put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
You do that?
Often.
I just don't answer it.
Yeah, I don't. I do that now.
Oh, we just don't answer it. Why you got to put on Do Not Disturb?
So that I won't be disturbed. Because otherwise, if I just tell people don't disturb me, they'll still call anyway.
But when they worry about you, though?
You can send me an email or something. Send a bird with a note. I'll get that. Okay. Anywho, guys, let's welcome our guest. Guess you want to tell us a little bit about yourself. What's your name? What do you do?
My name is Pierre, and I am a creative. And I have a new book coming out called Luna's New Clothes. It is on Amazon to download. It's a children's book. It's awesome.
There you have it. Luna's New Clothes. It's on Amazon to download. Can they buy it also?
You can buy it on Amazon. $6.99 is the price on there. Pretty soon I'll be coming up with a way to do paperback so you can have an actual hard copy of it. And then once that is available, I will let people know.
That's a good idea. I was trying to figure out how to do hardcover for my own book, but I don't think that was an option.
They gave an option of like a matte finish or a glossy finish,
right.
But it didn't really say hardcover. No.
Because I just want to feel like I'm in elementary school again. So, that's fine. That's it. Okay, guys. So, we got Pierre with us, and we're going to do some things and talk about some things. But, since we're both authors, we're going to talk about author stuff. But before we get into that, Pierre, can you tell the people where they can find you on social media? What are your social media handles? You
can find me on IG and Twitter at The Incredible P.
All right. And since you say you're a creative, what other creative things do you do?
I wrote strips for my friend Eric, and I wrote a script for a TV show. Sometimes I do blogs about movie reviews and whatnot. Usually I spend most of my time doing that. But I do see a lot of movies, so I might get back into doing that pretty soon.
Okay, cool. All right, you guys. So let's get into the topic of the week, which I'm excited to talk about. I just named it Writer's Block, since Pierre is an auteur. Auteur. I feel like an old French woman.
I feel like we need some tea and some crumpets.
Yeah, I was just about to say some crumpets. Boom. Tea, crumpets, and, just a little bit of auteur.
With our pinkies out.
I'm just going to put my pinky out on my Lagunitas IPA. This is my tea. A little auteur. Okay, anywho. All right, guys. So, again, topic of the week is basically writer's block. I just like the way that sounds. It's not specifically about writer's block, but it's about the process of becoming an author. First off, can you tell us what the book is about? Let's start there.
The book is about a puppy named Luna, and she's having difficulties believing in herself. So she wants to feel love and everything, but she's trying to learn what self-love is about. It's about her just going through her little adventures in life and learning that to believe in herself and be confident in herself.
I don't know if I asked you this or you said this. It is a children's book, right?
Yes.
So it's a children's book, and it's about a puppy trying to find the courage to feel better about herself, or to basically love herself.
Yeah.
Well, what age would you say, like starting with children, do you feel like kids start to understand what self-esteem is?
I want to say maybe around, I kind of made the age range from like 6, so I think it's like the time kids usually start kindergarten to about 12 or 13. Even though, I mean, that's still kind of old, but once you hit like middle school, you're probably still trying to find your groove and who you are really. And I think that's when you start to notice like fashion or people liking people or the popular crowd or whatnot. So maybe from that age range, a good range for kids to read the book.
Do you have like any memories or recollection of when you first became aware of what self-esteem was and why it was important?
I don't remember exactly what age, but I kind of remember it was when I was younger though. It was probably like junior high, and around that time where being dark skinned was a problem. I thought it was a problem. People would tease me because of my color of my skin, and then it was like, well, man, my skin color kind of like sucks then because I'm darker than anybody else. So I think that was probably a time to kind of realize like, oh, self-esteem, like to actually feel better about your skin color.
You said that was in middle school.
Yeah.
I think just thinking about that question, honestly, I think I became aware of like self-esteem, not knowing that that's what it was called. But I think around the time I was like 5 or 6, which is really early, only because kids used to tease me because I was a tomboy. So I looked like a boy. And so they would literally be making bets as to whether I was a girl or a boy. And so I had to deal with that. But that's still different because, I mean, that really relates back to the book, figuring out how to love yourself.
Yeah.
If you're thinking about your story and kids teasing you because of the color of your skin and you not understanding that you were beautiful how you were. So, I mean, boom. You see how I did that? Related that message back to...
Segues right there.
I just want to pat myself on the back. My God. I'm amazing. Okay. What I do also want to know is, like, what was the inspiration for writing this book?
I can't really pinpoint it. It just kind of just came to me one day. And I was just... I think I was at home and looking at my dog, and I'm like, man, I have to write something about you.
All right.
And then...
I write something about my dog.
And it just started from there. And it was just like, man, what can I write about a dog, and make it relatable? And it was like... okay, well, I take this thing about like self-worth and self-esteem and I write from there and I'll make it about my dog.
Here's a question, y'all. Don't beat me up. Do you think dogs feel like, I don't want to say self-esteem, but do you think dogs are aware of
like human
love?
Emotions and
like
stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, because if you can tell, if you come up to a dog and my dog wags her tail. So if I get ready to pet her and I can look at her tail and it's wagging back and forth real fast, I can tell she's either excited or she's ready for attention, or she wants to play, or she's, I guess you can say, quote unquote, happy to see me or whatnot. And just by her reaction from me coming in the house or seeing someone that she knows, she wants to play with them, she wants to jump on them or whatnot. So I think they do also have those feelings of same feelings of humans, like love and being sad or hurt or whatnot.
You know, I just learned something new, because even though I don't have a dog, I have a dog. I'll explain, right? So my grandma has a dog, but it's a family dog. I'm not particularly a pet person, but every time I come in the house, what's our dog's name? Max. Max likes to jump on me, and I'm just like, Max, please, just go. Just go. But now that you said that, like the way he wags his tail, it moves really, really fast. And then I have like my mom and grandma like, he's excited to see you. And I'm like, is he though? Like, why do you have to jump on me? But okay, I'll try to treat the dog different. I'm not abusing the dog or anything, just FYI. I just, would prefer my clothes not have dog hair on it. But, that's it. Is there, like, any special point or, like, during writing the book that you just had, like, this epiphany and it made you think of, like, any certain situation, like, going back to thinking about self-esteem?
There was no point while writing it, or it was more so, like, after when I was waiting for the illustrations to be done, where it didn't connect back to me. It was when I was watching the Mr. Rogers special, and I was like, man, like, this is kind of what's missing in today's, like, society, where there's something to where kids can go to and relate to. I mean, the message now is, the message I feel like that now, like, popular opinion is, like, it isn't so much about yourself or it's about fashion. Kids go out and buy high-priced shoes or high-priced clothes because they think, like, they need this to fit in or whatnot. And if they just knew you don't need that to fit in, if you want to buy it just to feel better about yourself, or buy it just because you want to buy it, don't buy it because you think you need to buy it just to fit in with a popular crowd. I think things would be different, and maybe there wouldn't be so much quote unquote depression or social anxiety amongst, I guess, a newer generation.
But how do you tell, like, if you think about yourself as a teenager and what you wanted, you know, and how you wanted to fit in? Because I don't know if we all went through that point where we were trying different stuff to fit in. But if you think about that now, like, how do you really tell a teenager, hey, don't do this to fit in?
That there is probably the hardest thing to try to grasp for a teenager. I was growing up and I was in high school and whatnot. A lot of people were drinking and smoking weed, and I never got into it with that. And it was just not something I ever wanted to do. But I still hung out with those people just because they were still my friends. Maybe because I felt like they were doing it because that was the it thing to do.
Right.
And I never wanted to do the it thing because I didn't feel like it was natural. So maybe to tell someone, do something that feels natural. If it doesn't feel natural to you, then maybe you shouldn't be doing it. So if trying to fit into something or a certain crowd isn't natural, isn't you, then you probably shouldn't be doing it then. That's
a really dope message. And that leads me to think, you know, if you want to be a dancer, what's natural is stripping. So you should don't be a stripper. Don't be a stripper. What's the most important message that you really want people to get from reading the book?
I think the most important message would be knowing your self-worth. Knowing that Luna learned that it wasn't the clothes that made her popular or made people pay attention to her. It was who she was and how she was as a puppy or whatever. They made people give her attention. And it was just her being herself. So being yourself is the best thing you could be. It's the only thing you could be is you.
I mean, yeah. Well, I agree with that. And it's kind of like going back to the question about the teenagers. If there was like some really specific way where we could just tell them, hey, be yourself, because it's perfectly okay to be yourself. You know, if anybody wants to figure out a really cool way to get teenagers to understand it, I think you might have to text it to them. Because text it or, you know, post DM it on IG. Yeah. Or, you know, something like that. Or, you know, put it on a shoe or something. I don't know. Okay. So, and then the last thing I do want to ask is, it's not really like a market yourself, but why do you think people should buy the book?
Because I think it's needed in today's times. I feel like there's, like I might have said before, there's a void of messages like this that people can relate to. And I feel like we could probably get off the path of relating to stuff like this and more so just trying to have a good time and losing things that value. People don't necessarily want to talk or promote about self-love or, you know, caring about yourself and believing in yourself. It's more so everything's kind of geared to like what you see celebrities doing or different artists or whatnot. And it's like, man, well, if such and such is driving this type of car, I need this type of car to be popular, or such and such is wearing this, I need to buy this to be popular or be good or whatever, or people to like me or whatnot. And it's not necessarily that. I mean, that celebrity can have the best car, best clothes, and they can be a terrible person, you know, behind doors. You know, you're getting the highlights of seeing that person. It's the same as like on IG. A lot of people's IG stories or pages are just the highlights. It's never that day-to-day task of what's going on. You know, you don't see, you know, someone's failing at something or dropping the ball or going through something traumatic, really. People usually don't post that. They usually post the best parts of their life all the time. And it's like, man, you see that and you're like, man, my life ain't like this person. My life sucks then, you know? And it's like, well, no, maybe it does suck.
Jeez.
Maybe it does, but maybe it doesn't. You know, maybe it won't suck. Or maybe you won't think it sucked if you wasn't comparing it to someone else that you look up to. And you just look at your life and say, man, I don't like how this is going in my life. Maybe I can do something to change it. But instead of just comparing it to something else, you probably wouldn't feel as bad about it as you currently do. That makes sense.
It does. And so I do have, even though I just said that was my last question, that just made me think of one last question for real. Just kind of speaking of the highs and the lows, did you have, I don't want to necessarily call it a low moment, or did you have like one difficult moment when trying to get the book together?
I think the whole process of trying to upload it and put it into the actual format, I think that is the hardest part right there, because everything else is you, really, you know, the writing, and then like I had my friend Just Cuz do illustrations, but that isn't completely me. But once he got that together, now it's finding the spot to get it published and get it formatted to the way that they wanted to be formatted, so you can actually release it. And I think that's the hardest part there.
That I can understand. Whew, that is a process, especially like when you're going through Amazon and you're self-publishing, that whole ordeal with their format. Yeah. And then you have to, I know for myself, I had to change the cover because I initially had one that I created that I liked, but I couldn't figure out how to just use that one because it kept telling me that it wasn't formatted correctly. And I was just like, I don't have time for this.
So I had that problem too, to where like I decided to upload my picture as the cover, and then it gave me all the templates to use. I just deleted all that stuff and then just used my picture as the cover. But now I'm trying to get it to, that's the part with the trying to figure out about paperback, is fit into the margins or whatever. Right. Just try to get it right. That's the problem I'm having trouble with now. So right now, that's why it's just for a digital download right now, until I can figure the whole paperback formatting part out.
Yeah, I can't help you because I just went, I was like, fine, Amazon, I'll just create, I'll use your things and create a new cover because I don't know what else to do at this point. So that part I get. All right, you guys, so that is topic of the week, because I will stay here and talk about like all things writing forever and ever. But Pierre, I do want to ask you a question, or ask you to do a favor. All right. Can you do me a favor?
Yeah, let's go.
Can you be a gentleman and stick your hand in my box? Does the box open?
The box is stuck.
Elf up. All right, guys, this is in my box. So Pierre, you have to ask it. No, you have to answer these two questions.
No, do you read it or do I read it?
You have to read it. And if you lie, you have to donate $300 per question to the show.
I had to donate what now?
$300 per question.
How many questions can I do? 2.
Oh, okay. And if I feel like you're lying, I will still make you donate $300.
Well, how did you know?
I could just tell. I could tell. No, okay. So what's your first question?
How old was the oldest person that you dated or talked to?
Are you what are the guys who date older women called? I don't know.
They're not called anything.
That is guys. So
They're just all guys.
Wrong. That is okay.
There's no stereotype.
Have you been in cougar territory?
Yes.
What's the oldest the age of the oldest lady that you've dated?
36.
Oh my God, that's not even really cougar territory.
What's cougar territory?
Like 50.
No.
Jeez. Okay. Well, I mean, okay. 36. What's your next question, man?
You want to please with that? I do one more. What?
All the ladies who are 36 gonna be like, "Are you calling me a cougar?"
You call them that. I just answered the questions. Don't get me shot in these streets.
Okay. Next question.
Name an embarrassing time when you knew you smelled bad or someone caught a whiff of it.
Is that a real question? Yes. I don't even remember that one. Alrighty. Jeez. Okay. Well, I'm just going to sip my drink.
I don't remember a time like this.
Everybody has a time where they smelled awful.
But it probably wasn't embarrassing. It
should have been.
But it wasn't, though.
Oh, well, that's alrighty.
It was probably just my girl smelling me from work.
Oh.
So it wasn't embarrassing because, hey, I just worked 8 hours. You want me to do another one?
Yeah, because I don't like that answer. That doesn't count. Your girlfriend's supposed to tell you smell bad. Boom, boom, boom. What's the next question?
Who's the last person that slid into your DM?
Who is the last person that slid into your DM?
Yeah, nobody. No one. No one slides into my DM.
Like, not a single person?
No.
Not even for creative partnering purposes?
No. My DMs are dry. They're like Sahara Desert.
Wow. This has been a great episode.
You have these questions.
We're going to stop right there. Don't you answer another question. No, don't you answer another question.
Let's do one more.
No,
one bonus question.
Okay, you're volunteering. He's volunteering to do all these questions. This is great. This is amazeballs.
I'm supposed to be on the hot seat, and this is the coolest seat ever.
Right, the cold seat. Okay. What's the next and last and final question?
I'm thinking that this says the ugliest thing.
Who wrote these?
Oh, craziest.
That would be me. I wrote these questions.
What's the craziest thing that you did that someone dared you to do?
On a dare. Craziest thing. And don't you say nothing, because no one dared me to do anything.
That was about to be the answer. Because I don't get dared.
Jesus! Okay.
I'm not in dared country.
Not even in childhood, teenage years, mid-20s, mid-30s, mid-40s, mid-50s.
I'm trying to think of something.
Mid-relationship. Mid-dating the 36-year-old cougar.
No, it wasn't a dare.
Oh, God. Alrighty. Well, this has been absolutely astonishingly fun. I just want to let you know that.
These are the questions. I don't know.
Don't you rack your brain trying to figure out a dare that you never did.
I'm throwing a dare.
Like, let's
this one time at band camp.
It's okay. It's okay. I will share a dare for you.
Go ahead.
I gotta pick one. It's been a lot. Wow. I mean, I'm trying to think of the last thing I did. Well, you know what okay. Last thing I did.
When?
I don't know. This is sometime maybe this year.
Okay.
Sometime this year, I was dared to, one of my best friends liked this dude. And, I mean, she didn't dare me, but her cousin did. She's like, I dare you to go over there and get his number. And I just walked up to him. Hey, my best friend likes you. Can you give her your number? And, it happened. That's it.
That wasn't, like, thrilling or anything like that.
This is a family-rated, PG-13 show. I can't tell y'all about the actual real things, okay? Because it might be filthy. And we have to keep the show clean. Okay, I'll tell you off air.
Okay, out loud.
Off air. That was the most exciting round of In My Box we've ever played. Jesus Christ. Okay.
This box is dry.
First off, how dare you talk about my box? All right. Pierre, tell us something about you that people may not know.
I don't think most people, outside of my core group of friends, is they don't know that I never had alcohol or smoked weed before.
That is so noble of you. Now, that's very noble of you. I'll just keep it at that. Yeah. Okay. So that's great. But I mean, you said you've never been interested.
No.
So that's, once upon a time I wasn't interested in drinking, and then I started.
You haven't stopped.
Yeah, there was a period where I was like, I'm never drinking again. But that was because I had the worst hangover in my whole life. That lasted for like a week. So that doesn't count. Okay. We're moving on, y'all. Pierre, do you have a mantra you want to share with us? Do we need to get into our meditative state?
Hold on, let me think of one real quick.
Okay, I'll provide y'all with the sound effects. I feel like my voice is really deep. I think that's Bing. Anytime you want to provide us with the mantra,
the music.
I can only hold this for so long.
Let's see.
Come, take the journey with us.
All right.
As Pierre thinks about what he's thinking about.
My mantra for today.
Yep. You gotta do the hum and everything else.
All right.
You ready? Go for it. I'm here for it.
I really hate. Well, I can't hate.
Yeah, you can. I just love the way it started. Okay, go ahead. Oh.
I really hate having to share my feelings.
It's not funny.
Like, if I choose to, I choose to. If I don't, I don't. I like to keep things nice and short. How you feeling? I'm good. That's it. Don't pry. Because I'll tell you. I'll tell you something else. Otherwise, everything's cool. Because if it wasn't cool, then I'll say, hey, no, this isn't cool. That isn't cool. This also isn't cool. Make it cool. But when I say, hey, this is cool, it's cool.
Oh, God. Okay. So, apparently you had a lot to get out. There's a lot of stuff on your chest.
I had to build it up a little bit.
Even though you hate sharing your feelings, you just shared your feelings.
I had to share my feelings. This is what happens.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm not laughing at your feelings. I'm serious again. Okay, you guys. Being as it is that Pierre doesn't drink or partake in, a lot of people's drug of choice.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. People
Which is perfectly fine.
Yeah, cool.
You are the coolest person because that's what you chose to do. I, on the other hand, my choice of beverage for today is Lagunitas India Pale Ale because I do like to drink because it calms me. That's not why I like to drink. I like beer because it tastes great. That's it. Okay, one more time, Pierre, tell the people where they can find your book and your social media handles.
You can find my book, Luna's New Clothes, on Amazon. And my social media handle is The Incredible P. You can find me on IG and Twitter.
Now, on the book, does it have your last name or is it just Pierre?
That's my last name also. So
when you're looking for Luna's New Clothes, it's going to say Pierre Robinson.
Yes.
Boom. On Amazon right now. Pierre, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for not drinking.
I try.
Thank you for playing in my box.
You know it's right.
No pun intended. Wow. Wow. Thank you for the comeback. Thanks for your mantra. That was really nice. Thanks for listening. I learned today that my box is dry. I'm not even offended. Catch us next time. And I should have told y'all about my book too, you guys. Jesus Christ. You guys, I also wrote a book, right? And it's called My Life in Shambles. And it's up on Amazon right now. Mimi Wallace, Mimi with 2 E's. You guys can follow me on all of the things of the social media. That's not right. IG and Twitter, you can follow me at Mimi the Actress. And go and support the book, My Life in Shambles. It's really funny. It's a series of short stories about my childhood and teenage years. It's told from a comedic perspective, and I just wanted to share some of the highlights of my life, some of the greatest memories that I have. So you guys, I really appreciate your support of my book. Make sure you go on Amazon also and buy Pierre's book, Luna's New Clothes, which is up on Amazon right now.
Buy both books.
Yeah, I mean, you may as well just buy both books for yourself and then buy another copy of both books and wrap it in a gift for somebody else. Boom. And then buy a third copy and give it to your grandma because she likes to read. That is it. That's the end of the show. Thanks for listening. Catch us next time.